Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Village Board meeting for September 4th, 2025, here at Village Hall at 6 p.m. If you haven't noticed, I am sitting in for Mayor Nero today. He didn't age over the last 2 weeks, but I'm happy to take his place. I did this 12 and a half years ago, and so tonight is my reappearance. We will have, this evening, we will have roll call by Village Clerk. Shimsky, please.
Okay, Mayor Nero's absent. Clerk Simsky, present. Trustee Barker.
Here.
Trustee Guzzo.
Here.
Trustee Little.
Here.
Trustee Pirelli, absent. Trustee Plowman.
Here.
Trustee Scales.
Here.
Attorney Zemanek.
Here.
Village Manager Gunther.
Here.
And Assistant Village Manager Parker.
Here. All right, thank you. If you would all please join me for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This evening, we have two requests for open forum, and I don't know if I've gotten these out of sequence here, but the first one here we'll invite up to the podium are James and Nancy Fernandez, address 39 East Quincy Street, and they want to talk about a fence issue. So if you could please come forward.
Well, about a month and a half ago, neighbor started a fence. After he started the fence, I called the village. Then they issued him a permit. He put the permit up to finish. His fence permit request doesn't show him going between the garages, and yet he put fence there, and it's on our property. Not entirely, but in part. That encumbers my property when I go to sell it. One of the problems is that the city doesn't have any will to do recourse to get him to remove that piece of fence that's on my property. They say, take it to a civil matter. I went to an attorney. They want a $10,000 retainer to start litigation. Oh my goodness. City could very easily say, you did not comply with this permit. Take that part out. Your permit says you're going to put it here, and you did not. And yet they won't do that. And on the day that he signed it, in July, the code enforced in this city said he will not put his fence on the neighbor's property without permission. No part. Not the excavation or the poles. No part could go in on your neighbor's plat. And yet he did that. And then on the 25th of August, the city said, oh, we could throw that out. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter, but now they're not willing, the city is not willing to work with me to get this done. I think it's really bad PR, and I'm going to take it to the people of Westmont. That's where I am right now. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Sir, I could suggest that our Community Development Director here, Joe Hennerfine, is here. If you'd like to speak to him out in the foyer, he's happy to speak with you.
We've been paying taxes since the 60s, and I don't believe this is right. You know, I'm a senior, and I don't believe I have to pay that much money to get the neighbor to move his fence. This is our property, and if we go to sell this property, the title company will stop the sale because the fence is on our property. You know, and I don't want to see my grandkids go through this because it's going to be left to the grandkids. I am really upset. And you can't talk to the neighbor because he says he can put it anywhere he wants This is America. No, he can't. This is my property. And I can't understand why the village won't help. That's a lot of money I would have to come up with, and I don't have it. I feel like taking it down myself. If I have to do that, I know I will get arrested. So why should I do that?
Yeah.
I need help.
Okay, ma'am, I understand your aggravation, right? So all I can suggest for you this evening, this is open forum where we don't discuss it, but I would refer you to Mr. Henderfine, and he will talk with you, and hopefully there's some way that this gets resolved. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So our next open forum item is Rob Obadzinski, 234 West Burlington, regarding alley improvements and a subsequent damage by garage and other large trucks, or by garbage and other large trucks.
It's best if I have pictures, it'd be a lot quicker. I just point them out if you don't mind.
The chief will help you with those.
Are they all individual ones?
Yeah, just, there's, I think, 10 or 12 there. As you get the pictures, it's just, I need to start off with saying the contractor and the guys who worked on the alley did an excellent job. I even called City Hall and told whoever that passed the word, they're doing an excellent job. After they worked, they were cleaning up, no complaints, okay? And thank you. Answered my questions, but I know some of my neighbors talked to them too, and they were more than willing to help us. But the issue is, if you look at the photo on the top left, I'm standing in my driveway. Across the alley, we put that, it's like a wire or nylon mesh for grass and everything else, and it only took about a week for it to look like that. The alley was done, I'd say maybe a month ago. Trucks cannot make that turn, cannot make that turn. And then by not making that turn and hitting his fence, it's been hit before. If you go down to the bottom, I'm standing on my driveway. Now you gotta remember, they finished the driveway on a Friday. Monday comes the garbage truck did that rut and cracked the brand new apron. I mean, it's like, we're wasting money and time here because they couldn't make the turn. And the third picture on the upper right, I actually put a ruler to that rut so you see how deep it is. And also, the storm sewer cover was covered with dirt and that mesh so grass could grow. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to spend this kind of money and then have to come back and fix what wasn't really planned for. Maybe the alley should have been wider. Maybe there should have been another ribbon or curbing that the weight of the truck could go on as opposed to the grass, which can't handle it. This is my issue because I've patched this hole twice, I believe, and I think the city came by and they just dumped dirt and threw some grass in it, and it happened again. Matter of fact, just last night it happened, and the tracks are still on my driveway. I just can't believe that we would allow this to happen. Brand new construction, you're just throwing money away. And that's my point. I need to have someone do something about it. And I think one of my other neighbors have complained about it. I don't know to who or when, but I'd like to have this thing addressed.
Okay, sir. Have you been in touch with our village departments here?
I've called once or twice. I got recordings. I called Flood Brothers. They told me they can do this, they can't do that, they can't do this. Call the city. The city, when I did call them, they said to call Flood Brothers. I don't want to get into this vicious circle. So who can I talk to? And I'm retired, so I'm, most of the time I'm at home. But
Okay, so you came to the right place, right?
Okay, good.
That's what public forum is for. We have Director Reese back here, our Public Works Director in the back. She'd be happy to talk to you out in the lobby to see what your concerns are, so you reach the top person right there.
okay,
Okay?
cool.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So there's nothing else under open forum this evening, so we'll close open forum and we'll go into reports. The first report is the mayor's report, and since the mayor's not here, I get to do that report. The Village Hall ADA update. Please be patient while we are updating the front entrance of Village Hall. Customers can access the building through the entrance in the rear of the building. There's also some convenient parking spaces back there. West Nile virus update. A Westmont resident has recently tested positive for West Nile virus. Please be proactive and use caution when going outdoors. There are helpful hints listed on the village website. So, and I've said this before as the chairman of the EIC, West Nile is real. We get reports on traps being filled, so be proactive when you're going outside. You know, if not you, for your children's sake, right? Wear long sleeves or whatever it happens to be, but take that seriously. That's all I can say. Okay, so that's the mayor's report. I will jump over here to Village Clerk Chimsky, and she will give hers.
Thank you. Just a couple things this evening. Village offices will be closed on October 13th. There's more information on the village website. And then the village has now provided another option for residents to pay their utility bill by phone. More information can be found again on the village website, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Scales, Community Development Committee.
Sure, thank you, Trustee Barker. So Community Development Committee meeting, the last meeting of 2025 will be on October 30th. Was moved from its original date of October 16th, and Planning and the Zoning Commission will meet their next regular scheduled meeting on October 8th. No meeting for September. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Pirelli is absent this evening, so I'm going to fill in for her. She has the Public Works Committee. The first item is the October tree giveaway. You can sign up today to receive free tree seedlings. I'm assuming that's on the village website. Second item is there's a free leaf pickup, begins November 3rd through the 29th. Residents can put out unlimited craft paper bags of leaves free of charge next to their garbage on their scheduled garbage pickup day. No stickers will be required for the bags of leaves during this time frame. Only craft paper yard waste bags can be used for this free program. Please see the village website for full details. And then there are construction updates. Residents are encouraged to check our website for the latest construction information, and that's a very good report that's been done over the last several years, but very helpful. So we'll jump over here to Trustee Bob Plowman, Police Public Safety.
Thank you, Trustee Barker. I have quite a few reports to give. So we just had our police public safety meeting prior to this. Just to go over a few details, we handed out 2 awards. We recognized Officer Thomas Caruso for applying first aid to a stabbing victim and securing the scene while investigating. It looks like he acted as a veteran with only 2.5 months in. Officer Sam Salveo made a felony arrest. He cracked a case with a significant fraud. And so 2 awards were given out there. Staffing, we have Officer Durst sworn in as sergeant. 8-2, we got 2 new officers, but we're still down 5. New eligibility list is out, so interviewing will continue. We also talked about community events. Deputy Chief Weibler mentioned the Special Olympics. There are 2 fundraisers. Golf outing is next. What is it, Friday? 9/12, and got 144. They maxed out with 144 participants. We also have a shred event that's coming up that I'll mention. $60,000 goal in that. He has Sergeant Tim Radke and Natalie, is it McCallick, who will be assisting him with the Special Olympics. We also have our Citizens Police Academy. We have 17 folks that are joining that this year. They could use a couple of more, so if anybody's interested, they should go on the website. Deputy Chief Thompson updated us on the e-bike and e-scooter classifications, and they're in the process of working out a village ordinance on that. And Citizens Police Academy. So the CPA offers an interactive behind-the-scenes look into the different aspects of law enforcement. The course runs for 8 weeks. Classes are held on Wednesday evenings at the Westmont Police Department. Participants must be 18 years of age or older and live and work in Westmont. There is no charge to participate. Classes start September 24th. Registration is again on the village website. The paper shred event that I mentioned is on October 4th. Drive up and drop off documents you wish to have shredded at the police department, which is 500 North Cass. The asking donation is $10 a box. And plus, I just wanted to mention a couple other things. Our service organizations are getting together. The Rotary, the Lions, Knights of Columbus, and American Legion are all getting together for a baby shower kind of an event. So from now until October 5th, there will be boxes located at DJ's, Westmont Chamber, West Hills Church, Westmont Junior High, Park District, and the IRC Chiropractic. They're accepting diapers, pull-ups, wipes, shampoo, soap, all to give to PRC, which is the public, our People's Resource Center. I am then on 10/5 at DJ's will be the actual kind of adult baby shower where we'll have burgers and beers. So the burgers and hot dogs will be a buffet. So anybody giving an item will get a wristband and it'll be free food for you. And then it'll be a cash bar, there'll be raffles and things like that to go with it. Last night I also attended also with Trustee Little the volunteer dinner for the Westmont special events, and it's just an honor to be in the room with so many people. That's what makes Westmont special is our volunteers, and just to be able to be in that room with all those folks was great. Gave me it's the life of our community, and it's what we do. The volunteers you see in 90-degree weather, you see in the rain, and they do it for nothing more than the benefit of serving. So special recognition to them. And then also special recognition to Chicago Magazine mentioned 2 of our schools as being the best in Illinois. And out of 4,386 public schools, Westmont Junior High ranked number 2, and Manning School was ranked at number 12. So out of 4,000 and some schools, that's quite an achievement. And it doesn't happen by accident. So right now I am substitute teaching in those schools, and you can feel the energy and the work that goes behind it. These kids are amazing. The staff is amazing. It's wonderful to have that organization put us on the map. Put Westmont on the map, and hats off to all of them. And it's that type of thing that brings people here. And when people want to live in this town, it benefits everybody. So special hats off to them. That is all.
Thank you, Bob. To see if people were paying attention, I inadvertently skipped somebody here. And only one person brought it to my attention, so thank you, Clerk Shimsky. So we're going to go back. We're going to go to Trustee Johanna Guzzo, Fire Public Safety Committee.
Thank you, Trustee Barker. No worries. Our next Fire Public Safety Committee meeting is November 6th, 4:30 here in Village Hall. Everyone is invited to attend. The Fire Department Open House. Join us for our annual Fire Department Open House, Saturday, September 20th at the Johannic Fire Department Headquarters, 6015 South Cass Avenue. It's going to run from 11 to 2. The event will feature fun and educational activities for the public, as well as free hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, and bottled water to those who attend. So come on out. It'll be a great day. In addition to that, we are also going to be having our silent parade, which is Friday, October 10th. It leaves the Hinsdale Fire Station approximately 7 o'clock. And it travels down Chicago Naperville Road. It is to honor fallen firefighters and those who have lost their lives in fires. Bring a flashlight, come on out. It is a silent parade because just the lights are on and there are no sirens, so I invite everyone to come out. If you've never seen it before, it is a very moving experience, and I hope that we can line the streets with all of our residents. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll go back over here. Trustee Little, Administrative Finance Committee.
Thank you. The next meeting that we'll have for the Administration Finance Committee will be October the 2nd, 4:30, right here in Village Hall. The Wicked West Fest will be here before you know it. Events for this month-long celebration have already been posted on the village website. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. The next report is my report. Monday evening, the EIC will meet September 8th at the Westmont Library. That evening, we have a guest speaker, so if you're interested in all things green here in Westmont, please join us at 5:30. The Monarch Fest is September 6th. That is a partnership, but it's handled by the library, and we support their efforts from 10 a.m. to noon at Ty Warner Park. The EIC will participate in that, but the library does a great job. They've been doing that for a number of years. So the Monarch Fest is again happening in Westmont on September 6th. Another one, it is important to me, and some chairman or trustee Plowman, village staff has worked very hard on this. It's called the Vision and Vibe Fest, and it's September 13th and 14th. And it's the first time we're doing this. There's a tremendous effort being made, and you can't say enough about it, that the village is coming together to provide this for the residents of the community and to showcase Westmont. So we're very proud of this effort. We're a week away. The weather looks to be good yet again on the weekend, so please come out and join us there. So the full schedule has been promoted. We will have dances, theater groups, music performances all weekend long. We have 2 Westmont food trucks, as well as craft beer and wine sales at the fest. And if you have any specific questions, please reach out to our project coordinator, who is right here in the room, Jenny Babiar, at jbabiar@westmont.il.gov. And again, it's going to be a great weekend to unwind, from summer. Mosquito spraying alerts. A Westmont resident has recently been tested positive for West Nile. Please take the necessary precautions when it comes to mosquito abatement. Information has been posted on the website regarding mosquito abatement and how to sign up to receive notifications when they're doing neighborhood mosquito spraying in the community. So if you want that, visit the website and you can sign up for it. Pumpkin composting through the EIC is on November 8th. Drop off your Halloween pumpkins at the library, as usual in the last several years, to be composted instead of going to a landfill. And that's a very valuable thing that we do here and promote that throughout all of DuPage County. And then another EIC event coming up is Electronics and More Recycling event is November 22nd out in front of Village Hall here from 8 a.m. to noon. Residents can drop off unwanted electronics and more to be recycled or disposed of properly. Many of these items many other items will be accepted. Please view the full list on the village website. So there's an extensive list there. All of it is not free, I must say that. So if there's paint and other things that you're going to dispose of, it's a perfectly safe place to do that, but there's a charge for some of those items. That is all listed on the village website. And again, every time that we have that event, it gets larger and larger, more and more participation. So we're happy to provide that as the Environmental Improvement Committee for Westmont. That is all of the reports, so we can get on to the very lengthy agenda. We're going to jump over here to Village Manager Gunter, and he can, first of all, is there anybody that wants anything removed from the consent agenda? Seeing none, we'll move over to Manager Gunter, and he can please read the consent agenda.
Thank you, Trustee Barker. So on the consent agenda, we have the village board minutes. Board to consider approving the minutes of the village board meeting held August 21st, 2025. Next, we have finance ordinance number 18 in the amount of $1,059,626.28. We had no purchase orders in this period, so the total purchase orders plus finance ordinance is the aforementioned $1,059,626.28. Moving on to proclamations, we have 4 proclamations this evening. 2 of them I will read and 2 of them I will mention. So the 2 I will mention are National Payroll Week 2025 and National Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month The two that I will read, I will start with National Suicide Prevention Week. And we have Miss Bev Schwartz in the audience. Well, let me read it and then I'll get you to the podium. National Suicide Prevention Week proclamation. Whereas September 7th through the 13th, 2025 is known as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Week and is intended to help raise the visibility of mental health resources. And whereas suicidal thoughts can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, race, orientation, income level, religion, or background. And whereas Hope for the Day states that 700,000 suicides are reported each year, and each one affects hundreds of connections, friends, neighbors, and family. And whereas global organizations such as Hope for the Day, national organizations such as the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and local organizations like Suicide Prevention Services are on the front lines of a battle to open minds, save lives, and restore hope. And whereas Westmont is the same as any other community in the country, yet chooses to publicly support the idea of simply being available to one another. And whereas every member of our community should understand that throughout life's struggles, we all need the occasional reminder that we are all silently fighting our own battles. And whereas I encourage all residents to take the time to inquire as to the well-being of their family, friends, and neighbors, and to genuinely convey appreciation for their existence by any gesture they deem appropriate. And whereas we can all help prevent suicide, start the conversation. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the Village of Westmont that September 7th through the 13th, 2025, will be designated as Suicide Prevention Action Week in the Village of Westmont, passed and approved by the Mayor and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Westmont, DuPage County, Illinois, on the 4th day of September 2025. And with that, Bev, if you'd like to take the podium.
Hi. It's nice to meet all the new folks. But yeah, so my name's Bev. I work with Hope for the Day. For those who don't know, we're a 501(c) mental health nonprofit, so we focus on proactive suicide prevention and mental health education. So this time around, I just want to focus on speaking to the fact that we are starting school again. And so our students are going back in, and with that, they're back to seeing unseen things, right? So they're facing social pressures, they're facing a lot of screen time, but they're also hiding a lot of, hard emotions behind brave faces, and they don't necessarily know how to talk about those. So it's really important that we check in on our students, whether you're a neighbor, a parent, a family member, or just a community member, a mentor. So really, it's important to have these mental health conversations in these schools. So I'd love Westmont's help in getting these mental health educations in our schools as early as possible. But the main point is it's okay not to be okay. There is help out there, and Westmont's been a great partner in reminding folks of that every year. So with that, just thank you.
Thank you. Sure. Do we have the proclamation there? Who do you want the picture with? Everyone. Well, we have everyone here, so this is good. Okay, continuing on. We have National Police Women Day 2025. And in attendance, we have Officer Vincent, Riley, Miranda, and Zoyce, sitting in 4 of our 7 women officers. So this is obviously near and dear to my heart, and I'm looking forward to reading this proclamation. So, National Policewoman Day 2025. Whereas National Policewoman Day celebrates the contribution of female police officers who enforce law and order around the country, protecting their community and work to keep citizens safe. And whereas these brave women bring an invaluable set of skills to the work of protecting the community and keeping citizens safe. And whereas this day celebrates the courage, dedication, and leadership female police officers show each and every day. And whereas female law enforcement officers date back to 1891, yet nationally their numbers are only 10% of department personnel. Here in Westmont, it's 20%. And whereas celebrating National Policewoman Day is an invitation to all women to consider a career in law enforcement. And now, therefore, I, Stephen T. Nero, don't let the mayor know that I messed up his name, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the Village of Westmont, along with the Westmont Village Board of Trustees, do hereby proclaim September 12th, 2025 as National Policewoman Day in honor of the female police officers of the Westmont Police Department. There we go. Who wants to hold it? You're not you get it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Chief. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. And rounding out the consent agenda, we have community events, 2025 Wicked West Fest Halloween events. Board to consider an ordinance approving the following requests from the Westmont Chamber of Commerce for the 2025 Wicked West events to be held on October 18th, 2025. Community events permit, amplified sound permit, street closure request, waive restrictions in Chapter 38 and 70 of the Code of Ordinances in order to allow scarecrows to be secured to public utility poles. Very important that we have that. And finally, the July 2025 monthly Board Treasurers Report. And Trustee Barker, that concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you, sir. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Kuzo.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, you gotta call a roll.
Yeah, roll call.
You gotta call a roll. It's a different meeting. It's not EIC. Okay. Clerk will call a roll. Thank you.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
All right, thank you. We have no unfinished business, so we're going to go on to our new business item. If you could please read, that is lot coverage variance request for patio at 500 Revere Avenue. Director Hennefine is coming to the podium.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Board. So what's before us tonight is a variance that went to Planning and Zoning a couple weeks ago on August 13th. So what's before you is a request for a lot coverage variance. So this is actually the third one we've seen in recent time. This one's a little bit different than some of the other ones, so I'll quickly explain it. This property is at 500 Revere. That's one of our newer subdivisions, so it was designed with engineered stormwater, which is Lake Charles. This subdivision, because it was designed that way, is already permitted to go to 40%. So we always say 35% is our maximum, but you can go to 40% with engineering approval administratively. When we have subdivisions that have stormwater that was designed, they can go to 40%. So what's before us here is the property owners have an existing patio that's behind the property. Property is at about 40% right now. They'd like a little bit bigger patio that serves them and their family a little bit better. Takes it up to 43%, which is about 228 square feet extra. This received a 4-2 positive recommendation from Planning and Zoning, and no neighbors came out to speak against or for this. And I do have the property owners here tonight if you have any questions for them.
Okay, as discussion, any questions?
I had a question about the permeable pavers. The planning and zoning recommended it.
It was not an amended motion so that it was actually formally added. So they talked about it because the engineer that reviewed it had said that he had recommended that he's got a little measure of where it might become impactful, and he said he recommended at least 50 square feet of the new patio be permeable, but it was actually not amended in the motion that was passed forward to the board. The board can always elect to make that request and make that a part of the ordinance. I'm sure Attorney Zemanek can correct me if I said anything.
No, you're correct. You can impose that as a condition. As part of your motion to approve, you can say motion to approve the variance with the condition that at least 50 square feet of the patio be improved with permeable pavers. Or if someone doesn't agree with that condition, they can just make a motion as written, and then someone can make a motion to amend.
I was just going to add separately from that topic that we watched the video that was recorded for planning and zoning, and thank you for the presentation you guys gave. It was very helpful. Appreciate that.
Any other comments? So I have one, and this is stemming from the variances, right? And these different requests that we're getting now that we're tweaking things and making them better. Does this property with these owners have a history of any other permits on that property?
Permits for flat work, permits for the house.
I'm gonna say building permits in general.
I don't have that exact information, but this is not one that we flagged as having done work without permits.
So that's what I'm going to do as a trustee, right, is I'm going to always ask that question, right? Because we're coming in for a variance and it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with how we do things here. So if your property, the work is being done and there's no permits applied for, then we have somebody that, will go, and nothing to do with these folks, but they would go in and do a patio, and then they would do a shed, and then they would do this other thing, and we have very little control over any of that if there's no permit at all. So there's no oversight of what's happening back there, right?
And my staff will do a cursory review if they're trying to figure out how did this property get so high on lot coverage? Did they do something without a permit? They didn't notify that there was any anomalies when they looked into the history of this property.
Okay, thank you. Any more discussion? So I would entertain a motion to approve as written.
Motion Scales.
Second Guzzo.
The clerk could please call the roll.
Well, you can ask if there's any comments amongst trustees first before there's a roll call.
Comments, questions?
Okay. Are there any comments or questions from the trustees?
Thanks.
Okay. Trustee Scales?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 10, miscellaneous. Does anybody have anything that would be?
Trustee Barker, I do have, I
Sure.
missed a couple, believe it or not, I missed something on my original report.
All right.
Officer Gruen also mentioned that we did have an open forum. A gentleman come in and was concerned about the fireworks. And he's looking at doing kind of a public outreach for next July 4th. And just awareness of we do have some, some veterans that might be in the area, and also pets that are sensitive to fireworks. So more of an outreach or an awareness that he was going to add, as well as Chief Gruen showed us a video. He attended a ribbon cutting for the Wheaton Crisis Center, brand new. Looks like a wonderful facility. It's located at 115 North County Farm Road in Wheaton. And the phone number there is 630-627-1700. Again, that is 630-627-1700 for those that are going through crisis. Thank you.
All right, thank you, trustee Plowman. Anybody else? Miscellaneous? So hearing none, I hear there is no executive session this evening, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Little?
Second Scales.
If you could please call a roll.
All right, final call. Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes,
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
thank you. Hold on. The meeting is adjourned.
Good job.
Wow, good job, trustee.
Thanks for.